Good evening and thanks for watching Ram Rants. I'm Rachel Vigil, filling in for Jackie Wilson. Tonight we have a lot of exciting guests on our show, starting with some of the members from RamCos, the club at CSU. This club is dedicated to art and cosplaying, which is a combination between costume and role play. 3 of the club members are here with us for a fun demonstration. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So tell me, how did the club get started?
So it started out that, well, this is my sister Miranda and I'm Adrienne. And we love cosplay, but realized there really wasn't that at CSU. So we decided to create a club for those who like to cosplay.
Cool. And so what exactly do you guys do? Can you explain it at all?
Yeah, so it's a lot of shopping for bits and pieces that can eventually lead to a costume.
Yeah, so you guys said that you guys made your costumes. Right?
Yeah.
So all of this, they said this came from like the thrift store and they sewed everything. So explain how you guys do that and how you come up with like the idea to make certain outfits.
Why don't you go ahead and start?
All right, well, this costume is actually from a video game called Fallout New Vegas. So I took that character design from one of the tribes and worked it into my own original design. And it started out with just finding things in a thrift store and cutting them up and gluing things to them until they became what I wanted them to be. So.
Very nice. Yeah, and it's awesome. You guys, they're like fabulous. And you said you made yours?
I did. This is actually belt grade leather that I took and hand sewed and did all of the punching and put it together because it's based on a character from a book, so it's all a custom creation.
Very nice. And you guys have wigs and everything.
Yeah.
It's a full costume. Very nice. Well, how many members do you guys have?
Oh, well, on Facebook we're up to 56 likes. Of that, I think about 30 are members.
Very nice. And you guys do conventions and stuff like that, right?
Oh, yes.
So you guys have one going on this weekend. What kind of convention is it?
It's actually hosted by the iBox office.
Okay.
And it's FOCO Comics and Gaming Convention.
Very nice. And what will you guys be doing there?
Well,
Playing games.
yeah, they'll be setting up games and having comic artists that come and show their work and then sell it to people. And then usually we wear costumes to that, so we'll be wearing our costumes there as
Very
well.
nice. And then you guys have a bunch of props here that you guys brought with you guys. Do you mind explaining some of them to me?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, you can go ahead and pick up the doll. This is from the first year. When you're at a convention, you need unconventional ways to carry things around. So it's actually a purse.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, there's some scissors in here.
Yeah, that's part of this costume.
Very nice, very nice. And what about these?
These are actually horns that go underneath a wig. So they're made with like metal wire frames.
Okay.
And then you build up foam around that. And then hot glue is actually used to make the texture to make it look more realistic. And then it just sits on the head and the wig is pulled through. So that's what that is.
And how did you guys add the texture to it?
Just hot glue. When it gets to a certain temperature, when it's like slightly warm enough to where it's malleable, but not too warm to where it just goes everywhere, you just kind of lift it up and down as it goes, and it leaves these strings that make a kind of tubular appearance on it.
That's so cool. And then what is this one right there?
This one is a dragon like chest piece, and it was actually made with kids craft foam that I just cut into the shape of scales and then glued down with hot glue, and it just forms onto the shape there. So
Very nice. Yeah, and it's so cool. And then you guys have some teeth here too. How did you guys do the teeth?
So that's kind of my specialty. I like to play with this stuff, which is moldable plastic.
And what does it look like? Do you
So it's just really tiny beads. So I don't know if you
Oh
can
yeah, they're really, really
maybe
tiny.
the size of fish eggs.
Yeah,
and
very
describe.
tiny. And what do you use? You use hot water?
Right. So if you'd like me to
Oh
go
yeah,
into a
for sure.
demonstration.
Demonstrate.
So the hot water, it's moldable plastic after it's heated up to a certain temperature. So put a little hot water and some beads.
About how many beads
And it'll
did you
take
do?
a while. I just pour in a random amount.
Gotcha. Very nice. Very nice. And then you just wait and let it sit for a little
Right. So it eventually it'll get a little bit. It's a little bit white still.
while.
And when it's completely clear, that's when it becomes very moldable.
Oh, okay.
So like right now, I can take it out. And then you just pick it up. It's hot, but then you can make it into anything.
That is so cool.
And then when it dries, it'll turn into, I mean, it's very sturdy, and I made it form-fitting, so that's what these are.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I touch it?
Yeah, go ahead. Might have a little spit on it.
No, that's fine. That is so cool. And what else do you guys make with these beads?
I experimented with making some fingernails there for longer ones, but they're still a little thick, and so far I have teeth.
Very, very nice. And then what is the hot glue gun here used for?
That's just, again, the texture thing, and it also, because of the way that foam works, when you heat it up, it will form to whatever shape you mold it to. So hot glue is kind of like a dual purpose thing here, because you can put the glue on and the heat will mold the foam as well as attaching it to whatever you're trying to make there. So
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
And then you guys were doing something earlier with your skin.
yeah.
Yes.
What exactly were you doing?
This is actually a liquid latex, and this
Okay.
is often used to create zombie makeup or flesh wounds.
Okay.
And so, again, the first thing that you want to be aware of is if you don't know if you have a latex allergy, to do it in a less sensitive area. So like the back of the hand is a fairly decent place to try it. And so what you would do is you just take a small amount and spread it out on your hand, and then once it's dry, it'll dry clear, and you can pick at it and create little blisters or boils and all sorts of little fun things. And you can also layer Kleenex or cotton balls to give it a little bit more form and function.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is really cool. And what kind of costumes do you guys usually use this for?
Zombies.
Just zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a
Very
lot
nice.
of zombies.
It can also be used to make scars, though. If you let it dry a little bit and pull it together, it'll actually compress the skin into shapes that look like scars. So it's
Oh, that is so
very interesting.
cool. And do you guys use other makeup as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots of makeup.
Yeah.
Yes, makeup
So-
is one of the staples of cosplay.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Very nice. Well, that is so cool. And then you talked to us about your costume already. What about you guys?
So this one is actually not created or an original character. It's Girl Sutcliffe from Black Butler or Kuro Tetsuji.
Okay.
And I just try the best to match my example image.
Okay, very, very nice. And then you explained yours already as well, but
Yeah.
where did it originate from?
This is actually, it's a character from a book that my friend is the author of. And it's a whole series, and this character is going through this whole conversation. It's epic fantasy in the style of Lord of the Rings, and it has dragon-sized flying panthers that breathe fire, and that's these guys, and they're called Terran.
Very nice, very nice. Very creative, very creative. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show today. We really appreciate it. And we will take a quick break, and then we will come back to take a geek out look at some jewelry and charms that will be for sale this weekend at Comic-Con. We'll be right back.
The Ranskeller offers a traditional pub menu, 20 beers on tap, and even fresh-to-order pizza coming soon. Stop by Sweet Sensations for a delicious bakery item, espresso, or any other coffee needs you may have.
Hi, welcome to Aspen Grill.
Aspen Grill is a student-operated restaurant located in the University Club. The food court features a number of different restaurants that satisfy your needs between classes. Having one of those days where you need to just get out of your head and chill out? If that's the case, head to the Laurie Student Center and relax. One of the best spots to relax in the LSC is outside the food court on the plinth lawn. Don't forget to stop by the Ramhead Fountain. The Level 100 Commons is the perfect spot. Lounge by the flat screen TVs or enjoy one of the gaming chairs to escape the daily grind. You can always relax in the LSC. It's cold outside today, Rams. What better way to warm up than to gather in the LSC? The new and improved Senate chambers located in the renovated ASCSU office was modeled to match the state legislature in Denver. Reserve the Longs Peak Meeting Room in room 302. There are approximately 23 other new meeting rooms designed for your needs. Reserve one of these rooms through the event planning office.
Stephanie Carrick of Charming Little Fox Creations is here with us with some of her charms and jewelry. Stephanie, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
So how did the name come up to start this jewelry collection?
Well, I wanted to go with a woodland creature theme. couldn't really find anything that wasn't already taken. The fox happens to be my absolute favorite woodland animal. So I figured we can work that in, and I started making foxes. They're like this little guy right here. This is one of my first polymer clay creations. So I figured that was a pretty appropriate name.
And so they're all made out of clay, correct?
Polymer
And
clay.
how do you do that? Like, that has to be so hard.
It's a little bit easier than you would think. There's definitely a lot that goes into it. I didn't even know that there was something called polymer clay a few years back. I ended up just kind of stumbling on it and figuring out I had a knack for it. It's definitely an involved process.
Gotcha. And you have your kids with us today. So it's Zane and Grace, correct? Yeah. Which one is your guys' favorite piece?
Well, I like the mochi.
You like the mochi, the pink one?
Yeah.
Is pink your favorite color? No. What's your favorite one?
I really like the Totoro in the bottle.
How come?
It's just like, it just shows the scene, like, and you feel like you actually see the scene.
Very nice, very nice. And where did you get your inspiration from?
I get it from a lot of different places. We're a pretty geeky family. We watch a lot of Lord of the Rings, a lot of sci-fi and anime shows. And so, and then of course I do the food charms as well. Like I've got a little s'more guy here. So I take a lot of inspiration from the shows I watch, the books I read, and then also just from foods, everyday foods. I never thought that you could make food into jewelry, but it's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, before the show, you and I were talking about the mochi ice cream. I'm a big fan of mochi too, so you said that you came up with that, and you have a couple of them right there.
Yep.
Very nice, that's so cool. Or do you guys help your mom at all in any ways?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
what do you
kind of like help her find the supplies in the stores, and we be quiet so she can actually figure out how to do it.
So you have to be quiet so she can do it. Very nice, very nice. Do you guys want to do this when you're older?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you guys think you'll do it? Hang out with your mom on Sundays and do this? It's really fun and very nice. You said earlier too that you like the little whale one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, do you like whales?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they your favorite animals?
No.
No. What's your favorite animal?
Cheetahs.
Cheetahs. Very nice. Are you going to help mom make a cheetah one soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
should
on
make
the
a cheetah.
to-do list.
Yeah.
Very nice. So how long does it take to make some of these things? Because like this is so elaborate. It has to take a while.
Some of them do take quite a while. Most of the time, I figured out ways to streamline the process a little bit so that it takes a lot less time, so that it's easy for me to manage making a lot at once to prepare for my conventions. Some things do take a little longer. Yeah, this key pendant here, that does take a little while. I'm still working on that process there.
No, yeah, and it's awesome. And you have like little ones, like this one is really pretty as well, to big ones just like this. I guess, I don't even know. They're just, honestly, they're amazing and they're beautiful. Is it
Thank you.
an expensive hobby? Excuse me.
It is an expensive hobby, and that's why I started selling them, kind of feed the addiction. So that definitely helps support my obsession with creating these things.
Well, they are amazing piece of artworks, and the Comic-Con is coming up on Sunday here at CSU, and this is going to be your first year at the vendor for the events, right? Very nice. And prices, how much do you sell them for?
Prices range anywhere from $3 to $25. I try to keep it pretty reasonable
Very nice.
and affordable.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Stephanie. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing more of your business. You can find them on Facebook by searching Charming Little Fox Creations. And coming up after the break, I sit down with CSU's basketball player to get an update on how she and the team are doing. Stay tuned.
Oh, hey there, Rams. Today is a great day to play in the LSC. So let's take a look at our ballrooms, theater, and art galleries.
The LSC ballrooms, which are the busiest venue in northern Colorado, have been recently renovated. The Laurie Student Center Theater can be transformed to feature films, concerts, lectures, entertainment, and banquets. And last but not least, the Kerfman Gallery provides a showcase for the creations of local and student artists. It's cold outside today, Rams. What better way to warm up than to gather in the LSC? The new and improved Senate chambers located in the renovated ASCSU office was modeled to match the state legislature in Denver. Reserve the Longs Peak Meeting Room in room 302. There are approximately 23 other new meeting rooms designed for your needs. Reserve one of these rooms through the Event Planning Office.
Welcome back, Rams. I'm here with basketball player AJ Newton. So, you had an incredible season this season, even though you suffered a knee injury.
Yes, I did. It happened November 21st is when I had the surgery, so I was out for about 8 weeks and decided to come back.
How did it happen? What happened?
I actually had a broken bone on the left side of my knee that was pushing into my calf, so it was causing this cramping tightness feel, so they took it out, and now I don't feel anything.
When did they take it out? You said November?
November 21st.
Gotcha. Very nice. Well, at least you don't have to play with it for long.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very nice. So you've had a pretty great season. I know Stanton Kidd has been a great support system for you. Do you have a lot of other friends on like the male basketball team?
Yeah, I'm really close with JJ. He was texting me, making sure I'm okay. Also, my teammates were really, really good about it. They were bringing ice cream, Red Bulls, snacks, just junk food all the time just to keep my spirits up.
Gotcha. And you and Britt Ryder are both seniors, and you guys have your senior night on Friday night. Is it sad? Like, are you sad it's going to be over?
Yeah, I'm sad, I'm excited. It's really emotional just to know that your career of something you've been doing for so long is coming to an end, but it should be a fun game.
And then you attended 2 colleges before you came to CSU. Is it different playing for another college compared to here?
Yeah, I'm way happier. And just CSU as a whole, it's just been a really overall amazing experience.
Good. What's different between playing, because did you play for your junior college?
I did.
Yeah, what's different between a D1 school and a junior college?
I just think the facilities, like using the training room, enough trainer, coaches, just the competition of who you're playing against, traveling, you're only traveling maybe 20 miles, and now we're traveling different states and missing a ton of schools, so.
Do you still talk to any of your old teammates?
Yeah, I'm really close with them. It's kind of a smaller community, so you want to stay in contact, and same thing here.
With your game last night, you guys are now part of the Mountain West Championship title, correct?
Yeah, we're sharing it right now.
And then you guys move to you guys have a game Friday, and then you guys go to Vegas, right?
Yes, correct.
So you guys are ranked first seed for Vegas. How are you guys preparing for that?
We're still taking it one game at a time. Anyone can win the conference tournament. Being picked number 1, it's a special thing, but it doesn't mean anything in the bigger scheme of things. So I think we're just preparing, just take every opponent and focus on that one game.
Yeah, because last year at the championship game, you guys lost to Fresno State in the championship, right?
Exactly, and we were the number 1 seed last year too. So.
Is it like motivation to go back in and be like, we need to win this, we have to get it done?
I think it's more of just being aware that anything can happen. We almost lost to Utah last year, and they were like an 8th seed in that first game. So just knowing that teams play harder because it's almost their last game too.
And for it could be your last game any of these first rounds.
Exactly.
Is that nerve-wracking for you?
It is, but it's also just I try not to worry about that too much. I just try to think I've had a great career here. I was really happy, and just to focus on the moment and not worry too much about the future.
Definitely, and that's such a good idea to have in the back of your head. Are your teammates supportive of what you're going on to do? Because you're going to grad school in Texas, right?
I've told each of them in parts. They're kind of confused because I'm not sure if the Europeans really do grad school in Europe too often, so they're just like, oh, that's cool, why are you doing more school? I'm like, because I want another degree. But yeah, everyone's excited. They're really supportive about it. So.
And what are you gonna do at grad school?
Higher education.
And you're hoping to bring that in with sports, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna somehow figure out how to tie that in.
Nice, very nice. Would you ever want to be a coach?
No.
No?
It's too stressful of a job.
Too stressful after watching your guys as coaches.
Exactly.
Very nice, very nice. Well, with Vegas, are you excited, just to be going out there once again?
Yeah, I am. It's set up differently, so we have a game Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we have a break Thursday, and then play Friday, hopefully. So.
Very nice, very nice. Well, that sounds like a busy couple of days. And you can go cheer on AJ this Friday to celebrate senior night when the Rams take on Utah State. And make sure to wear your green because it is the annual Green Out. That does it all for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching Ram Rants, and be sure and watch all of CTV shows on collegian.com. Good night, everyone.